My belief has to be greater than yours, right? My belief has to be greater than anyone's that I've ever talked to, ever in my life. There may be someone out there whose is greater, by calling off the people that I've spoken to. Well, of course, we're faced with the question of what is greater? Who determines what greater is? Is it in what you believe in? Specific religions? Or how you believe? Those of religion will have to say it's about what you believe. But what you believe in specifically is objectively about a specific religion. There's no greater belief than believing that Allah is God and Muhammad is his messenger. For Muslims, there is no greater belief than believing that Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. For Christians, there is no greater belief for the Hindus. Oh, I got Hindus. I got to learn some more religious names. The Jews. For everybody who subscribes to a specific book, a specific God of a book by way of direction, who believes in a God by way of direction, I guess would be more accurate. They believe in a God because someone told them so, or something told them so. Something material, as a book. Someone directly in their lives, their parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, whoever, friends, preacher. And there's something, this book, which they have to believe in by the words that are within it that supposedly come from someone else about God. And then those who are present in their lives who validate and support the words in those books by way of direction. We are always directed by truth, are we not? In some situations, some instances, we rarely accept truth. We look to truth for direction. And in other instances, we apply what we believe to be true about things. How do we discern those two? Or is there something to discern? There's a truth, there's what you believe is a truth. I lose my train of thought because I start to focus in on myself. I start to think about myself. I guess it's something I've always experienced, that I look at myself a lot. I can't say if it's in a judgmental sense, But it's just, I guess it is. Because I don't say anything about myself. You know, I don't talk bad to me about myself. You know what I'm saying? Guess that would make me crazy. But I look at myself and I watch myself like. And really it appears when there's some happiness going on. It's sort of like looking at me like, but I don't ever question why it is I'm happy. It's just how I'm looking at myself that I'm happy, and it stops me from being happy. But I guess it's a mental judgment because I never say anything to myself. I don't say, you look stupid, talk about you, why are you doing that? It's just that I look at myself. Or do I talk about myself? Maybe I'm in denial. That could be the truth. I never refuse to look to the truth. Never. Or maybe sometimes I do. I consciously try not to. But the truth is, sometimes I may fail. Sometimes I can still be affected and being worried about speaking the truth. I can worry about the judgments of others coming from me. I can't say that I ever go outside of the truth with malintent to lie for the purpose of gain or whatever. It is being for the sake of self-defense, if you will. Worried about how other people are looking at me or what they think about me. But once again, I've never said that to myself. I never speak to myself about being worried about people judging me. But I know that I've done that. For whatever reason, that is my flaw. For whatever reason that is there, whatever the truth is behind that, I'm just being myself. I can't be anything else. No matter what, I will always be myself. Even if I say there's a change, it's still myself. It's no real change, not change. I didn't change from like one element to nothing that has no relation. It's not a change. It's more like, think of evolution, evolving. It's not a change per se. A moth changes to a butterfly. What changes that? It's still connected, right? It's still one. There's a change, but it's still the same entity. Right? So, we're always ourselves no matter what. I believe the truth speaks to that. Or the truth is, maybe it doesn't. I never leave that truth. It is considered being a devil's advocate when you always try to see both sides and question it. I try to be that. But isn't that something? The devil's advocate. The devil's advocate to me, if I'm correct, is I always question. And I question myself. And I question for truth. And so that what one will truly see if they look at my videos, I know it seems like I'm picking on Christians. If you watch my videos, I'm questioning everyone, including myself, for the sake of truth. It doesn't matter. It's got to be about truth. I put some online the other day, and I said, I stand in truth because I'm being strengthened by truth. So I must stand in truth. Even so, if I was before God, I would stand in truth, not in defiance. But I have to believe, I'm only able to believe that God would understand me as being the truth. That He knows me. He knows me right now. He knows who I am and what I'm going through. And so I would stand before Him saying that He would know that I was speaking the truth to Him. And so there would be no fear. I guess theoretically I'm supposed to be afraid of many of these guys out here for retribution. But I have to believe that He knows that I'm speaking to Him the truth. And that's all I can do. But then I would kneel. I would kneel out of reverence. Right? I would get down on my knees. And then I reverence respect. And then I'm so in awe of God. His God. If there's God, God is God. There is none other. I would bow. So, it's like you have the Jews who stand at the Wailing Wall, right? I'll tell you about my trip to Jerusalem, right? When I was in the airport in Canada, the stopover, Jews go to Israel a lot. So there's some Orthodox Jews, who have a lot of gear. And so we was in a stopover. One time they were praying as a group of them. They was praying, right? It was at the window, the glass, outside. And I don't know what came over me, but I started to cry. That reverence to God, even if it's misguided, the power of that belief. There's great power in that belief. But the question is, what are we supposed to believe in? Is there nothing greater than believing in truth? Think about it. Is there anything greater than believing in truth? And have truth dictate our beliefs. So, the Jews, are they standing in truth? Are they doing this thinking about truth? Praying to truth? Or praying to non-truth? Are they praying to their belief? Or are they praying to truth? What are they doing in concert here? Right? Then we have the Christians, especially Catholics. They do a lot of this, right? Baptists, we get down both knees, right? Once again, here. What are they praying to? What are they giving reverence to? The truth or non-truth? That power. There it is. That connection. The power of that belief. Once again, even if it's coming from a false place, even if it's coming from a place of fear, still believe, right? Maybe even a false belief. Then of course, Muslims, right? Damn. Bowing. Once again, same thing. To who? To what? Is it truth or is it not? So I do those things. I do those things to God. I have to. I must make myself even. But the truth is, I may fail. I always stay within that.